What's good? What's good, friends and family? Turn this damn TV down. I just made it. Shout out to Charles. This was my man earlier. What's going on, everybody? Can you guys hear me? We in the building? I literally just made it. Just got here. You know, had to run around and catch up on it. How y'all doing today? As you see by the title, it's Wednesday Night Raw. We back. Turn this ringer off. We are back. Let me go over this news and notes. 1 second. I gotta make sure my guys, my special guest tonight, pull up. Damn it. Sorry, there we go. I got some guys pulling up tonight as we do this DR versus Colombia again, but now with the panel. You know what I'm saying? Now with the panel. Get my guy in, Jermaine. I'm going to catch up with y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me catch up, see who's up in here. Welcome to Wednesday Night Raw. If it's your first time, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. Reggie BX, my brother in the building. Sid the Kid, what's good? La Chiva, what up? I'm good. I'm out here good. Rich from Colorado, what's good, baby? Steven Smart, what's going on? Felicia Jordan in the building. Mama Liz in the building. Hard time struggles, yeah, D all the way. I'm going to have to go that route. But we're going to get to that, though. George Jojo, what up? Dirty Work is in the building. Shout out to all my members. And in the building, world famous Chicken Shack. You already know. Got the limited edition Chicken Shack shirts. Get ready because they're going to be selling fast. They're already selling fast. I did some more. I have some more probably tomorrow. I think I have the rest of the shirts tomorrow. So, A1J, what up? A Roma, Queens in the building. Danny J, what's good? Stanford in the building. LJ, Foch Boulevard, Foch 143, you already know. Antoine Hill, what up? Patricia, hey, Patricia, how you doing, love? Teacher B, what's good? Sean Dawn in the building. Fronted on me last time, but love you to death, Sean. I'm hungry. I gotta get some food. Murder Mace in the building. Ray Lawyer, what's good? That's not Murder Mace. That ain't Mace at all. Barissimo 29 in the building. Travel Excel, what's good? Jersey in the building. Shout out to New Jersey. I was getting death threats when I wasn't shouting Jersey out. Shakur, what's good? Elvis the Hastings, what's up? All right, you already know. Yes, Chicken Shack shirts available. That is the real Murder Maze. Okay. All right, so look. You know, we got to get to our news and notes before we get started in the show tonight. Memorial Weekend. I got the boat party. Young Philly in the building. Doc, what's good? By the way, thank you, Doc, for hitting me at the perfect timing. This show, Wednesday Night Raw tonight, is brought to you by Alpha One Customs. I tell you guys a million times, you see some of the dope Paradise Life shirt, dope paraphernalia we got, dope custom shirts that we get. Hit up Doc at Alpha One Customs. Tonight, he is sponsoring the show. Check him out on Instagram, Alpha One Customs, or the website, alphaonecustoms.com. Check the pinned comment in the description. It'll have all his info in and get with Doc. He just made me some more dope shirts just the other day. So shout to Doc and Alpha One Customs. Phil J, what's good? Classico, nothing moving yet. So I can't really say nothing about Classico, nothing moving yet. Like I said, they went there cleaning. That's about it. Hector Lopez was good, homie. Kit was good. My IQ's my barber. You already know Paradise Life all day. CA, no limit. Toronto in the building. Ice was good, Ice. Shout out to everybody. So Memorial Weekend's popping. We're getting booked up fast for the boat party. You guys need to hit me. Hit me on the email. My guys are posting the email right now. ParadiseLifeForever@gmail.com. You really got to hit me up for the Memorial Weekend because my man hit me today. He said, how long I got? I said, until we run out of spots. So, Courtney, what's good, Court? Until we run out of spots. So, Memorial Weekend, hit me up. I guess we got another month, I guess. Hit me up. We're going to be having a good time Memorial weekend, especially for the yacht parties. So hit me up for the boat parties. Excuse me. Hit me up for that. And as you guys know, Halloween is going to be huge. I'm selling crazy spots every week for Halloween. So you got time, but get with it. Especially if you want to be in that Paradise Life Villa, the party villa, you might want to book fast. I got about 6 or 7 rooms left for a 13-room mansion. So 6 or 7 rooms left. You might want to get down with it. It's going to be a good time. All hell's going to break loose. Weissman, what's good? Expat Lifestyle, what's good? I got Demetrius. I got spots Memorial weekend. I'm just saying, as we get closer, everybody start rushing the book. And once I'm booked, I'm booked. I'm only doing like 2 boats. So once it's booked, it's over. I can't like any late comers. I'll apologize because I put it out there. A lot of guys been booking as we get closer, but a lot of people like to wait till the last minute. Hit the Instagram, Paradise Life 360. You already know. So don't forget those limited edition Chicken Shack shirts. As Ryan said, they are on the merch store. We are going to keep them at Flip Flop, keep them on the merch store for the next month and a half, and then we're going to take it down and re-release them like Jordans. World famous Chicken Shack, you already know. So look, real talk, before we get to the show tonight, I want to give a big shout to my cousin C's, my homie Mo from Atlanta, and everybody that came through recently and showed me wild love and told me they were proud of me and told me how they were so proud of the things I accomplished and what I've done. I appreciate that. For you guys that have not known me a long time, I've come a long way in this game, a long way in Dominican Republic, a long way in Sosua, from a lot of business I've done and how I've come up with the brand I've built. So people were giving me my flowers now, and I really, really appreciate that. So shout out to everybody that told me how proud of me they were. I'm very humble. You know what I'm saying? I have my integrity. I'm not too proud to say, yo, I appreciate you, appreciate me. So shout out to all my people that came through. It feels good to be appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Bo Race used to make jokes. I'm the hardest working man in Sosua. Don't nobody outwork me. I work hard as hell for everything I got, everything I do. And I appreciate the acknowledgement. You know what I'm saying? I really do. Okay. So today, real quick sidebar. So today, hold up. I said, yo, you know what I wanted? Shout out to my red cups. I said, you know what I want? I want some chicken and broccoli. So I went to the kitchen. I said, do like that, do that. I want that way, that. My food, like the flip-flop fried rice. That was our food. That wasn't nothing to do for the restaurant. So I put it together and I go, hey, it's got to be this way. For me, I'm going to start a new diet. By the way, after tonight, I'm not drinking for 2 weeks. Well, we're going to start with 1 week first, and we'll see how it goes. I got to lose some weight. I'm going to start exercising a little bit more, hit the gym. So I said, let me get some chicken and broccoli, right? Went to the kitchen, told them how I wanted it, bada bing. It comes out. It looks great. I'm like, oh, man, I'm ready to dig in. Everybody's like, what's that? I'm like, it's my chicken and broccoli, my new little diet. I'm trying something new. So I dig into the chicken. My man was sitting right there. Shout out to my man Dre. He was sitting right there. I immediately said, this is going on the menu, off menu item. I just changed the menu again. So I'm not doing another one. This is an off menu item, chicken and broccoli, flip-flop chicken and broccoli, starting today. It's on. People were like, I put it on Instagram. I was like, yo, flip-flop chicken and broccoli. This ish is delicious. So we got another new item on the menu. I'm always reinventing my ish, man. I'm always trying new ish. And really, it was for me, but it tasted so good. Like, I knew it was going to be good. Pat myself on the back. But I didn't know it was going to be that good. And I was like, it's on the menu tomorrow. It'll be on the board tomorrow. Off menu item, flip-flop, chicken and broccoli. Oh, man. You have no idea how good it was. I was going each bite. I was bragging. This is the bomb. And yes, you say, what about the Chinese menu? Nah, well, it's our version of chicken and broccoli, not the Chinese version of chicken and broccoli. Catch up on these comments. King Smitty, yes, hit that like button. Shout out to you, Angry Bus Driver. Shout out to the homie. Demetrius, all right, hit me up. Hit me on the email. You got 8, you good to go. Like I said, I got space. I got space available if we're talking about Memorial. I got space, but I know people are booking. I actually have people from Big Ticket's weekend that want to book as well. They're working their schedule right now to be part of the event. So that may take even more space away in a quicker time. So that's why I'm telling my people, hey guys, book fast. Because if the Big Ticket Memorial Weekend people start booking, that's even less space for us. All right. Shout out to Marv Guy. They've been hitting me up. Big Ticket, all those guys. Hey, Glove, you already know Chicken Shack in the building. Shelton, what's good, baby? Nah, 29, no cheese. I just left it with the chicken, broccoli, the red peppers, the onions. It was just, oh man, it was like I outdo myself every time. I outdo myself. Bishop, what's good, Bishop? Shout out to Bishop and his brother, South Carolina in the building. I appreciate the expert lifestyle. Y'all try to bring hope to people. So what's been going on with me, man? I just been grinding. You see, I got the flip-flop shirt on. By the way, flip-flop shirts are on sale. They're not on the merch store. The flip-flop merch is separate from the Paradise Life and Chicken Shack merch. That's my stuff, but I don't want to put too much on the merch store. So it's Paradise Life and the limited edition Chicken Shack shirts on the merch store. The flip-flop shirts you can get at Flip-Flop. That's actually on sale right now because I've been selling so much Paradise Life and Chicken Shack shirts. I had to give a discount for the flip. I said, I ain't selling no flip-flop shirts. I got to put those on discount. So come through, get a flip-flop shirt. Yes, sir. Yeah, hey, shout out to you, Tim. That TDC Ninja. Shout out to the bro. Had a great time in Charlie's in Miami. It was dope. We'll go out there and have a good time, man. King Smitty, I told you, my Knicks are going to be a problem. And why it's been, no, it's separate. I got the chicken and broccoli separate. You can get white rice if you want white rice, but the flip-flop rice is a separate thing. And the chicken, I did it as two separate entities because I get a big serving. So chicken and broccoli separate. The flip-flop fried rice is separate. You can combine them both, do your thing, but I just really did the chicken and broccoli today, so I just made it a separate thing. You know, I can't cloud everybody's brain too much, but I will say that chicken and broccoli is dope. So basically what's going on with me, man, just organizing Memorial Weekend, still organizing Halloween. Halloween's organized, but just getting everybody to, get it together, get these spots booked up. A lot of people are booking, so shout out to everybody that's booked Halloween already. It was weird because at first, I remember I told you guys, I actually had more people booked for Halloween at one point than I had for Memorial Weekend. It was weird. Everybody people like, nope, I'm good. Halloween. But Memorial Weekend's picking up, and I know as close as we get, especially with Big Tigger and his crew and those guys doing anything in Puerto Plata, that we're going to book up fast. So that's what I tell my people, hey, don't forget, get your spots. And said the only chicken shack that serve flip. Yes, yo, it's our own. Yo, my version is so dope, bro. My man tried it. He was like, yo. I said, it's my version. Everything I do is, I eat Chinese food all the time back in the States. Chinese store every corner. But everything I do is my version. Bermuda Breeze, what up? Yeah, flip-flop where you not get locked up. You know that. Knicks are going to the playoffs, Ice. You bugging. Don't worry, you can hit that Cash App. If you can't hit the super chat, because like I told you guys, I got tax. Hey, Pete Jack, what's up, baby? How you doing, brother? Shout out to California, Cali in the building. If you can't hit the super chat, you can hit the WhatsApp. I told you guys I got taxed over $3,000 from super chat and all that, man, and YouTube. That is hurt. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was talking to cousin Felix. I mean, we gotta figure this out. What we gonna do? It's over here hurting. I have a couple guests coming through tonight, but I don't know where they at. Is that Cash App? I don't know where they at. Oh, I just saw somebody live right now. Let me go over there and talk ish.
Selected and marked down already.
This guy over here.
And I just want to tell brothers, man, just because we're not in America, you still do have to know things. You know, you still have to know, like, okay, why you still gotta be smart about stuff. Okay, why is this person so adamant?
So basically, shout to Demetrius. Okay, Demetrius, I just got that, Demetrius. Just got that. You on it? So shout to Dashim, South Jersey. You already know. Z in the building. Said I just came from Texas, stranded Chicago 2 days. Damn. Yeah, chicken and broccoli dope. I ain't gonna brag. Come try it yourself. I ain't gonna brag. I'm just telling you. As soon as but like this, if you go to the Instagram, the picture got my fork in the plate because I already was 3 forkfuls in, and I said I gotta get a picture of it. What am I bugging? This is amazing. So basically, the show tonight is about DR versus Colombia. You know, just I was supposed to have some Colombia guys on the panel because we Wednesday Night Raw. And you know, I let guys talk their ish. All right, so a few guys are gonna come in right now. They have internet problems, so we don't worry about it. So my version. All right, let me break something down to you about me. Taylor, what's good? What's worse, COVID or a chapiadora? A chapiadora if you're in love. Yeah, but like I said, Wiseman, it's not the Chinese chicken and broccoli. It's our version, like basically Chinese weren't the first to do chicken and broccoli. They just made it famous. Basically, a chicken and broccoli blend with a little juicy meat and not that Chinese stuff. I kind of did it my own way. Jello, what's good? So, DR versus Colombia. You guys know how I feel. I love Dominican Republic. It's my home. I do have love for Colombia. I have no problem with that. Shout out to my guys in Colombia. Shout out to Black Men's Travel. Shout out to BMT. Shout out to Flight Risk, my homie Ed. I think he's popping up in a minute. Shout out to Brown Liquor Baron. He's out there. All my guys in Colombia. Shout out to my guys. But for me, this is always going to be home. Okay. Now I have my knocks on Colombia. If you ever sat down and talked to me, I give you my knocks on Colombia, and it's personal. I'm very picky with a lot of ish. Okay, so if you want I'm gonna give you my knocks on Colombia first before we go into my likes. One of my biggest knocks on Colombia is the food. The food is awful. They don't season their food. Their national plate, all like things. And I like food. I'm a big guy. I like food. Their food is awful. Now a Peruvian restaurant, because there's a few Peruvian restaurants have good food. So you could, if you find your Peruvian restaurant, you're good. You guys know my favorite spot, Mario. I'm about to grab my hat. Mario Brothers, barbecue, ribs, burgers, chicken. I love it. I'm sorry, the cafe. I'm sorry. What's the spot name? Sweet Georgia Cafe. I did 3 times. Very good food. Their breakfast was actually really dope. But not many places have good food. And I'm very picky how I eat. I gotta have good flavorful food. So if you find a good place to eat in Colombia, stay there. Or the street joints. The street joints in Colombia. You can let's get that fake Mr. Flip Flop out of here, that troll. You find street food in Colombia, you get some great street food. I had some terrible street food, but then you guys saw the video of the glizzies. That was great street food. I don't gotta say pause because I'm a man first. So you guys with that pause stuff, no disrespect, but I don't need to say pause. So that's my biggest knock on Colombia was the food. There was times when I didn't eat because I was like, if I don't find nothing good, I'm not eating. So my biggest knock is food. Let me get to the comments. How y'all feel about Colombian food? Oh my, that chicken and broccoli. That thing. The sign's gonna be changed. Lori was off today. She's gonna change the sign tomorrow. I said, sorry, Lori, you just changed the sign, but I need to change it again. Miguel Torres, what up? Shout out to all my members. You guys not a member of the channel, hit that join button, join up. Elvis, the seafood from Mamon or the seafood from Cartagena? The seafood from Mamon. And I'll tell you why. We were on the beach one day, Playa Blanca. Went out there, we took over the whole balcony in one spot. It was all of us up there hanging out, eating. We ordered the food. The fish was so-so, but the rice tasted like it tasted like rice cakes, like air. Everybody was like, yo, what's up with this rice? I poured mad hot sauce and everything. I was like, yo, I'm hungry. I gotta eat something. I'm drinking. I eat something. The fish was so, not bad, so, but the rice tasted like absolutely nothing. So if it's between my mode and Cartagena, I'm gonna say Cartagena. I mean, my mode hands down. And like I said, for me, the food by far is better in DR. Oh, well, we'll get to that in a minute. Expat lifestyle. DR is definitely safer than Colombia. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Mr. Giles, what up? Stewie, be out in the building. Well, Daryl Flacco, I was only in Medellin and Cartagena, but as a whole, that is kind of two of the bigger cities in Colombia. And I was in the Colombian restaurants in the Colombian areas, not just around areas where tourists was, and I ate their food. And there was one restaurant I was on in 70, and it was just a Colombian restaurant. It was just I had to pay the bill and get up and leave and go find some more food. It was just awful. So like I said, I've only been in Medellin and Cartagena, but I've experienced Colombian food. So that's my knock on that food. I don't know if there's another province that has better Colombian food. I would assume Colombian food is Colombian food. My second knock. And like I said, this is me personally. I'm a very picky person. I'm gonna wait for one of my knocks for someone to jump in. My second knock is, I guess, and it was more so Cartagena. I live in Dominican Republic. There's a lot of begging going on in the street. It happens to Sosua Beach, certain places you go. But Cartagena, and people will tell you this, and they under exaggerate. Cartagena is the most begging and bothering I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's by far. Imagine Sosua Beach or Sosua where people are just people, you got people who beg here and there. It happens. And I don't mean the kids that come and bother you and be like, hey, my friend. I mean like the people just begging. Take Sosua times 500. It's shout to my man Gato, Paradise Life. He got one point was just yelling at people like, yo, get away from us. I had to tell people stop touching me. I hate being touched. I was like, yo, no massage, thank you. And they would keep going. I'm like, please stop touching me. We actually had to get like a kind of a beach security guard to stand there and just tell people walk away because we don't want to be bothered with nobody. We couldn't even have a conversation without 20 people jumping in. You know what I'm saying? So that was one thing that really bothered me. And people kept telling me about it. But when I saw it, I was like, now, if you guys remember my first trip, for you guys that pay attention, my first trip, when I went to Cartagena, I had the No Gracia shirt on. What I didn't tell you was how it backfired on me. The first day I went with my man G and Danger, shout out to Danger. We walking around and people are like, oh, No Gracias, okay, ha, 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 ha. The next day when I had another No Gracias shirt on, everybody came. It's like, okay, we don't care what that shirt says. And they came up. I was like, good Lord. So that was another thing that was really, really bad. And I didn't think it was going to be that bad. Well, see, I've never been to Brazil, so I don't know. I never heard people complain about begging in Brazil. I never really heard people complain about that. But Medellin is so-so. But Cartagena, what I didn't like about Medellin, as far as when we're talking about the begging now, was women would bring their kids. They'd use their kid to beg. I didn't like that. I'm sitting there having a drink or meal, and the kid walks up. I kind of was like, don't use your kid. Don't do that. You impersonating that child to start begging from birth. You know what I'm saying? From youth. Like, I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's one thing with Medellin. But Cartagena was just non-stop. Yes, they just harass you, real talk. Oh no, Tavares, we're gonna have a ball regardless. I'm gonna have fun. I'm just giving you my knocks right now before our guests get on. I'm gonna have fun regardless. Flip is going to have fun no matter where he goes. Put me anywhere on God's green earth, I'm gonna have a good time. I know how to make my own fun. Najee, what's good? Yeah, he was there. We had to spaz on people. It was to the point where it was like, damn. Yeah, DH, bring you some old bag. The food is so bland. Most of the food, like I said, if you go to the bar, the Mario Brothers, shout out to them. We was eating there every single night because that's the only food you could really get. Sushi, I had sushi a couple times. Can't really mess sushi up. So the food was just bland, and I was just angry. Like, oh my god, this is terrible. DR, you go anywhere, get some good, flavorful food. No, Dashim is worse than Sasua, bro. You got people on the chat right here. They'll tell you. I ain't making it up. Definitely not making it up. Sorry, let me catch up on these comments. Elvis, we'll get into that. Rico, the fair one's there for everyone you want, baby. We'll get rid of you too, you clown. Happy, joy. One of these clowns disturb us. I wish I wasn't me. Let me borrow some money, Najee. Yeah, 404. It will. That's the thing. The harassment will ruin your good time. We having a good time. We chilling. Got music playing. Philly got the boombox going. We chilling, and just the nonstop. I'm in a conversation talking, and I'm like, yo, and like I said, I really hate being touched. Like if we talking, give you a dab, cool. But I just hate random people walking up at me. I don't like that. I don't like being touched. So that was really bothering me. And they just kept doing it. Sean Patrick, salute to you, baby. DJ Ben Loco, what's good? A little bit with my friend. Then they start rapping. Everybody's a rapper in Cartagena. Oh, Wiseman, real talk. Hold on. This is another knock, but this is a knock to the dudes that Christopher Columbus, Colombia. Listen, the Colombia dudes, most of them, not all of them, started out as DR dudes, trash DR. I could say a lot on this live, and I'm gonna wait till my guests come up because we're gonna go back and forth, and I'm gonna say some things gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings. The dudes who be sitting there trash and DR, Colombia is the best. They got the prettiest chicks. Where you been? Where you been? You ain't never seen pretty chicks. There's not one place on this earth that has a majority of ugly chicks. Not one. You can't find one. Find a map. Can't find one. Every place has beautiful women. Everywhere. Timbuktu, wherever you go, they got beautiful chicks. So saying one place has the most beautiful chicks, show me where you been. Show me the chicks you've seen. Time out on that one. Then dudes be like, well, DR chicks do this. Well, guess what? Sorry to burst your bubble about the difference in DR women and Colombian women. Women are women. But someone just posted it earlier about that. Colombia has 2 Facebook pages. 2. I'm going to say it again. 1, 2 Facebook pages of people getting drugged and robbed in Colombia. I haven't found one Facebook page of people getting drugged and robbed in DR. And there's a lot of people in those pages too, by the way. So it's like people will talk all this ish, and rest in peace to the young bro who just died from Atlanta. They will kill you in Colombia. What you guys don't realize is Colombians are about that. Dominicans, I'm not saying Dominicans back in New York, homegrown Dominicans are not that violent. I tell you, they're not really about that homegrown. If someone emptied a clip, it was personal. Someone shot somebody, it was personal, it was emotional. They're not really just busting their gun, chopping your head. They're not really doing that here. Saying the gang life, the drug thing, that may happen, but it ain't really like that here. I don't gotta watch my back here. I'm good. I don't feel threatened here. Colombians will take your head off. You know what I'm saying? Dudes, Colombia is safe, but I'm just telling you it's the difference from Colombians to Dominicans. Colombians will kill you. They will rob you. My man lives there. He got robbed 3 times. He lives there. He's married to a Colombian. He got robbed 3 times. I mean, it's how you move, but also Colombians see shit differently than us. Like Brazilians will rob you in broad daylight. Colombians will too. Dominicans will opportunity. See, I just played my man the other day. Shout out to Tim. Dominicans are about opportunity. So for Dominicans on a motor, when you sitting there counting money, or you buy yourself with a Galaxy 20, he gonna pass you. He gonna circle the block. He gonna look around. If nobody around, he gonna run up on you and snatch that, and he out. But if people are around, they ain't gonna. Most of the time, they ain't gonna take that chance. But if hardly a little bit of people around, one person around, they gonna take the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Nah, North Korea. There's beautiful women in North Korea, bro. I used to mess with one, so there's beautiful women everywhere. Jello, imagine the old Boca Chica, but times 10. I'll pay you. Shout out to DJ. Well, Apex, it's not that Dominican Republic has the prettier women, because like I said, there's prettier women everywhere. But I'm going to say Dominican Republic has the more natural women, more natural bodies. Yes, they got fake bodies here, like everywhere does. But there's more natural bodies in DR than most places in Latin America. Most chicks is I like natural. Me and Zeke argue all the time. I'll be like, in Kelvin, I tell dudes, if you like all that plastic, you might like dudes. And that's a joke. I'm not dissing my peoples. But if you like all that plastic, you might like dudes. Because nowadays, dudes are getting all that plastic to look like women. And those women aren't happy in their skin, so they added more plastic to look better for you. I'm just saying. There's a chick, and I'm not going to say her name because I don't want to get sued. There's a chick on Instagram who has been posted in groups over 20 times. And my dudes in the group who know me can vouch for this. I've had to tell dudes that used to be a man. Ass all fake, stomach all flat, boobs all big, hair prettier than any chick you've ever seen. I said, why would make you think that's a girl? No chick looks like that. Barbie looks like that. Barbie's not real. And guess what? They'll go, oh, and then when they hit her up, she goes, yeah, I used to be a man. They go, oh my God, she's so beautiful. I'm like, bro, what's beautiful about it? It's all plastic. You know what I'm saying? But I would say Dominicans have more natural body features. Nice butt, nice breasts. You know what I'm saying? That more natural features. I like that. Nah, Z, I'm gonna say the Aborigines women are good too. If you want Aborigines women, you're gonna like them too. Stop. Shout out to everybody going to Ecuador. Well, Sean Patrick, we get into that. I got a couple of cheapskate friends that no longer come to DR. I ain't gonna say their name. I got a couple friends that are cheapy. They only go to Colombia now. Hey, it is what it is. Shout out to Pinnacle Images, the homie. If you need your videography, your photography, hit the homie up, Pinnacle Images. My little bro. Well, Tim, the thing with that is the story is he had a big chain on. They robbed him. They took the chain and his sneakers. And yes, he just spent a lot of money on the crib. Either way, Colombians, that's normal. That's normal. It happens a lot. Elvis said Santiago. So I can rock with you on that. Marco said Dominicans will finesse. Yeah, they'll finesse you. Real talk. Oh, shout to Tommy Jackson G to my bro. Jackson G to real talk. Shout to Jackson G to the homie. He popped up to the spot the other night. Jackson G to been in flip-flop like every day. If every day was a person, that's my homie Jackson G. Shout out to the homie. Definitely show love. Yeah, South America's wild as hell. Nobody realized that. Jaws, appreciate you, baby. I would say yes in South America. So George said, do you think the robbing is a bigger issue in South America countries compared to DR? I would say yes, because Dominican Republic is opportunity. When I say opportunity, if you're walking, all right, my ex-waitress, when I had my spot in Puerto Plata, I told you guys a story a million times. She was on her Pasola coming to work by herself at the light. It was a back block where it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. No one's out there. She was on the bike, pulled her phone out real quick at the light. Look, she had a brand new Galaxy. Dude looked at her, ran up on her, punched her in the face, took the phone. Opportunity. Tried to take her bag, but she fought back. Opportunity. I was telling Tim, because people told Tim, don't go to the Malecon at night. I said, you can, just don't be out there by yourself in certain areas, because opportunity. A motor's going to ride by, look at you. Oh, he might have some money. He's going to do a lap around to see if there's anybody around, and he's going to run up on you. Opportunity. Would he normally run up on you? Probably not. But because you by yourself and there's no one around to help you, he's going to take the opportunity. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? It's the same as a stick-up kid in America, stick-up kid in New York. You know what I'm saying? He may want to rob that whole crew right there, but he can't because there's too many of them. But let one come outside and smoke a cigarette, and he got all the ice on. Well, I'm running up on him. Opportunity. Instead of him being with the crew and I might get shot back, boom, I go get him. That's all it is. So that's why I think it's a difference. Whereas in Colombia and Brazil, you've seen the videos. They run up on you in broad daylight. You know what I'm saying? They run up on you. They will take your ish. You know, DR, they run up on you in broad daylight too, but it's opportunity. Chick walking with her bag, they run up on her, try to grab the bag, hit the motor. They run up in the store with the gun real quick, boom, 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 try to run out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's opportunity. You got your stick-up kids in DR. Don't get them messed up. But it's more opportunity than anything. Let me catch that person slipping. I got him. Yeah, and I don't like the fake boobs and fake. I can actually deal with fake boobs if I had them. Not me, but you know, if I had them. But I can't deal with the fake butts, man. I can't do it. Can't do it. Let me catch you on these comments right here. Okay, there I go. And that's the thing, Sean. That person I'm talking about, you can't see the Adam's apple, but it's a well-known. Like they got blown up. You got to remember this: the Dominicans are very chismoso. Latin Americans, period. Dominicans, Caribbeans, very chismoso. So when people saw a lot of dudes were going after this chick, people pulled her pictures out when she was a boy and said, "Hey, look." So she couldn't deny it no more. Mind you, she's married and everything in the States. She's married. Dude loves her. Dude took her to the States, but. She still hollers at people, but it's a dude. VC Elite, what's good? VS Elite, what's good with you, baby? Shout out to the brother Gil. What's up? Appreciate you, Gil. Gil, I think you're over there in Mexico right now, right? Oh, Jello, I done seen dudes. I done seen that. I done definitely seen that. Who you saw next to me with all that on? But yeah, that's an accident waiting to happen. You already know. I don't know who was that standing next to me with all that on. Yeah, I saw that, Apex. That's another thing too. If you get in trouble with Colombia, it's a little bit harder to get out of it. People do carry Z and DR. You gotta have a license. You gotta have a license. But I do have some things coming up. I'll get that info to you later. Yeah, I don't have no issues anywhere I go, but I can see how it happens. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can look around and feel like, all right, me being me. You know, I tell you guys, no lie. I've been in the street. You know what I'm saying? I've been around some of the worst people. So I've learned to analyze my surroundings and peep my surroundings at all. No matter how much I'm drinking, how much fun I'm having, I analyze my surroundings. I've seen it, and I've seen people looking in DR and Colombia. But I look back. I'm watching you watching me. Now, what do you like more, to watch from me? Boss. So you know, I'm looking back because I'm analyzing everything. I peep who's looking over at me. I peep when I go in my pocket and I pull out my bread. You know, I got a little knot here. I pull it out to pay the bill. People looking over like, yo, how much money he got? You know what I'm saying? Even my man said, you walk around too much money. I said, no, I don't. I was doing some shopping a couple of days, so I had to carry money with me. But this is usually half the size. This may be about 20,000 pesos right here. I'm usually walking around with 5,000-6,000 pesos. I got to pay for some shirts tomorrow, so I got more money on me. And I went food shopping. I don't carry knots like this. But if I go out and buy something, and then I say, yo, let me stop at the bar, get a drink, I got it on me. So people are looking. When you pull out big knots of money, people look. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I peep it, but I make sure I'm always on point. Yeah, y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button. Yeah, I don't like fake booties, man. Shout out to everybody who likes fake booties. I just don't. Let me see. Yeah, he took it to the States, bro. She's living good too. Hey, Hugh Grant E in the building. Yo, we got 140 in the chat. Hit that like button. Hugh Grant, you welcome to jump on if you want to. I don't know if you want to be on camera though. World class, what's good with you? Oh, you got your phone back. Damn. That's rare. Another thing big in DR is pickpocket. That's actually really big. That's why I tell people have if you got shorts on or cargo pants, have the shorts with the zippers and all that. Because if you got stuff falling out, like I got shorts that stuff just falls out. I keep hardly no money on me that day. I just keep tapping my pockets, make sure my money is on me, my phone's on me. So they'll pickpocket you if they see opportunities to take your money. Once again, DR, opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second. All right, I got some guests about to pull up. Well, they said they're pulling up. We'll see. Yeah, word. New t-shirts. Colombia ain't sweet. Paradise Life. Torres, I don't think if you have a felony, you carry a gun in DR. I don't think you carry a gun anywhere. Almost certain of that. I could be wrong. Oh, I don't no, that's shout to my man. That's some dudes from Harlem, man. Yeah, shout to those guys. They live that rap star life. AJ, you already know we always on point. We can't help ourselves. Shout out to Razor Rays. I love Cartagena. I think Sasua is a slower paced vibe. Cartagena not as relaxed, but I really like the insane amount of beautiful women. I agree. I mean, but see, my thing with that Razor Rays is there's beautiful women everywhere. There's not one place in this world that has a more concentration of beautiful women. And I'll tell you why. I've been to Philly Greek Fest. I've been to Freaknik Atlanta. I've been to Jones Beach Greek Fest. There's not one place in the world that has a higher level of beautiful women. Because at any given event, and remember Razor Rays, when you were there, I think we were there at the same time when I was there, everybody from Medellin and Cali came over to Cartagena because of the curfew. So you had people from all over the country come to Cartagena because of the curfew. So there's not a more concentrated place. I haven't been one place. I can go anywhere in Dominican Republic and find beauty. I told you guys I was in Bani, and Miss Dominican Republic 2019 was one of the managers. She was the waitress. Well, not the waitress, but she was the manager. You know what I'm saying? Like you can find them anywhere. And then she goes, she bad. And there's like 20-something other chicks just in Elixir pool that was dope. So I really don't think there's any place that has a higher concentration than another. It's really your taste. There's beautiful women to meet everywhere I go. The same vibe you felt in Cartagena, I felt in Cartagena. I can go to Bani. I can go to Santo Domingo. I can go to Santiago. I can go to Las Martas de Farfan. That's a Campo town, and there's bad chicks. I can go to Montellano on a Sunday, and there's bad chicks. So, I think it's a farce when we say only bad chicks. Hold on, let me get my guy in here. 1 second. I'm going to get my boy in here real quick. My boy A from Black Men Travels. 1 second. What's that comment say? Franco, what up, Road? What's good? All right, let me get my guy in here right now. My boy A, Aaron.
What up, bro?
What up?
What's good,
Still
bro?
waiting on my shirt, but how you doing, A?
I'm gonna be out there soon, bro. I got you, bro. I got you, bro.
Now, real quick before we go into our debate or our talk, give everybody a heads up. Well, my people's a heads up on what's going on in Medellin right now.
I mean, it's a lot going on right now in Medellin. As you were saying earlier, man, brother from Georgia did get robbed and murdered out here. It possibly could have been a setup. You know, the articles say that it was over a chain. He took his chain, took his jewelry. But everybody's saying that, you know, he probably purchased the property and put it in the woman's name. And, you know, I told a few of my friends that here, and they were like, yo, as soon as he did that, it was over with. Because even a local man won't even put his house in the woman's name here. So, Thanks. You know, unfortunately, man, rest in peace, condolences to that brother's family. It was very bad news to wake up to this morning, man, because, you know, people do get robbed out here a lot, but murder, you know, that's a big thing. Not a big thing out here, but that's big news. And in my opinion, they will find these guys. You know, if they got cameras, they got it on camera. So yeah, it looked like he was trying to defend himself or trying to keep his chain. Unfortunately, that's what the article says. I'm not sure how true that is, brothers, but like he was trying to fight him off, and they shot him several times, man. So if these guys draw down on you out here, man, like I always tell brothers out here, be mindful of these guys on these motor conchos, on these motorcycles, man, because they will pull up on you in a heartbeat, hop off with their helmet still on, rob you, and take on off, man. So, you know, it's tense out here right now, man. Not only that, they extended the curfew in Medellin. So right now, as it stands, Monday through Thursday, the curfew is 8 p.m. It was like that when you was out here, Flip. And on the weekends, it's a total shutdown. Cartagena is still open. That's the most lenient spot you can go to right now, with the curfew being 10 p.m. Monday through Friday, and I believe midnight on the weekends. So I suggest you guys might skip over Medellin for right now and go ahead and go to Cartagena, man, because they're saying the COVID restrictions. COVID cases have jumped up. They're saying the hospitals are packed, they're full, the ICU units. They don't have any extra beds right now. They don't even know who to give emergency care to right now. So, and a couple of my female friends caught COVID last week as well, and they're still sick. So I just want you guys to be mindful of that. On top of that, you know, the president recently raised taxes by 19% on everything. And my girlfriend just said that they're going to have a massive protest here April 28th.
19%?
19% on everything. And if you know Colombia, boy, they don't take that lightly at all. You know, they're very, very serious about their money here, especially in Medellin, especially the Paisa people.
That's ridiculous.
That's during the middle of a pandemic. On top of that, where businesses are closed, 500,000 jobs are gone. So everybody's kind of like it's like the quiet before the storm, so to say, right now. Everything is kind of low-key quiet. You know, there's a little tension in the air. Everybody kind of like, you know. But I will say this, man, you know, if you got a trip planned, if you're a veteran traveler, if you've been here before, you still have fun out here in Medellin, bro. You just got to know how to move. Yeah, I believe that. You came out here and had a good time.
Yeah. Same as ever, you got to know how to move.
Exactly. Comments, man. I can't see the comments. Okay, there we go.
So now that we got that out the way, like I said, rest in peace to the homie and condolences to his family and all that. Mm-hmm. I'm sure more of the story will come out later. So right now we were talking about, as I invited you here to talk about DR versus Medellin.
Okay.
No, DR versus Colombia. I said Medellin, Colombia.
Okay. I'm ready.
Talk about Medellin, excuse me. So now I need you right now. Hey, I'm gonna give you the floor.
Okay.
I need you to give me one pro and one con, and we'll debate that. One pro, one con for Colombia first.
Okay. I say it's more reasonable financially.
We said that, guys.
Yeah, it's more reasonable. It's a little cheaper here, even for entertainment. You know, so you know that right there. I think personally, the people are a little bit nicer. I'm sorry, Flip. I'm just keeping it real with you. They're very nice here. You know what I'm saying? One of the cons in Medellin specifically is, man, the food and there's no beach. Those are the two things I would say.
Did I lie to you guys about the food? I told you guys I'd be going crazy in Colombia with food. I like to eat. That's why I made a whole video on Cartagena about them hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I actually was going to take a taxi one night by myself all the way to the after hour spot, not to go to the after hour spot, just for the hot dogs. And the whole Paradise Life team would not let me get in that taxi by myself. It was like, no, I was, I'm going. I'm just gonna get a hot dog. I'll be okay. And it was like, no. But all right. So you said financially, yes, I can agree with that. And as I told them earlier, most of my guys say that financially it's cheaper to live in Colombia. Entertainment is cheaper. I can totally respect that. I agree with the food thing. So you actually have my agreement on both of those. Now, what I need from you now, A, and by his way, his name is Aaron. I call him A. I can't help myself. What I need from you now is one pro and one con of Dominican Republic, because you be here too.
Okay, man, one pro. I got so many pros for Dominican Republic. I love
just one.
I love. I love the beach, bro. The beach, the most beautiful, the most beautiful water in the world. Even in, and I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. Even in Brazil and Cartagena, the water is not that pretty.
Definitely not.
Yeah. So the beach life is a pro. The con of DR, I would say, the con. Damn. Okay. The biggest con for me is how they drive out there, bro. I will pay my driver to slow down. I tell my driver all the time, hey, here's a tip. Stop at the red lights. You know what I'm saying? Just drive regular. Dude, I was driving from Cabaret one time and saw a car in the trees. I've never seen the type of accident. You can have a car in the trees. Yeah, so that's the con. I'll tell my driver. I had a driver named Billy out there, and I'm talking about this dude would just drive super fast. We'll be leaving. He would get me from Santiago to Sosúa in like 30 minutes, bro. Be just hitting it and be laughing. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm a bad influence because I'm in the car drinking, taking shots and shit.
As I would be.
I'll be like, hey, it is what it is. My homeboy used to be like, yeah, this dude's driving crazy. I'd be like, man, take a shot, relax, we'll be all right. So,
in both of those, I agree with you as well. The beaches, and the guys know I don't be on the beach that often, but I love the beautiful beaches of DR. Everybody knows Playa Ensenada is one of my favorite beaches in the country. La Romana Beach, but when I was there, crystal clear waters, but it was pretty rough. I didn't get in the water, pretty rough. But the driving, I told him, I tell people, I'm from New York City at that. Dollar cars, yellow taxis. If you could drive in Manhattan for 30 to 40 minutes to an hour, you could drive anywhere in the world. Like serious, straight up and down.
Very, very true, bro. I drove through Manhattan one time, my first time, bro, and I just couldn't believe how people were driving. I couldn't believe how small the lanes were too. I'm like, damn, I can adapt this dude right here, right next to me.
Yeah. Real tough. So I had to tell my man, and like I've told like people, my ex-wife, and like people wonder how I drive the way I drive. My father, luckily, he taught me a different way to drive. I was driving at like 11 years old. So he taught me, he goes, you know where the road is. You know the lane you're supposed to be in. You know when you switch lanes, you put your blinker on, blah, blah, blah. Since you know what you're doing, watch what everybody else is doing. Watch that guy 2 cars ahead that's going to come to a short, because if he goes to a short stop, the person in front of you comes to a short stop. Watch the guy speeding behind you. Because if he's flying behind you and runs up too fast and you change your lanes, he gonna hit you. So he actually taught me watch what everyone else did around me, because I know how to stay straight on. We all know how to stay straight on the road, how to stay in our lane. So he taught me watch what everyone else does. So for me, I'm always a step ahead because that's actually what I do since I was a kid. Watch what he's doing. Now here the motos, they come to the left of you, come to the right of you, just jetting home for the show. I had a motor on the left the whole time, and I'm looking like, what are you doing? Because he's just riding my tail. He was waiting for an opening to shoot down the highway and pass everybody. You know what I'm saying? So for me, the drive is a little easier because here you just got to watch everybody. Everybody. I had a dude one time put on his left blinker and made a right. And it was like, what the hell? But I realized his car was so old, he had to make a wide turn to make the right, you know what I'm saying? So it's just one of them things. But and Hugh Grad just posted the the information about the tax hike. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
I agree with that. Now,
I want to say something real quick about the food before we move on. Now, because my girl got mad at me because I told her don't cook no more Pfizer food. So I wanted you guys to know that Afro Latinas do cook a different palette of food. Sometimes you just gotta tell them.
Yes.
Because if you don't, you'll get pinto beans, white rice, a plantain, and a piece of fatback, and that's it. So everything is fried. It's super unhealthy, guys. So you gotta tell them, hey, cook the coastal food, cook the food on the coast. They're gonna get mad at first. Like she cooked yesterday and she cooked something very good. So you just gotta tell them like, hey, and they're gonna get mad at first, like, what you mean, no Pfizer? My mom cooked this food. I said, I understand all that, baby, but I gotta stay healthy. I can't eat a lot of starch, can't eat a lot of fried. Cook the Afro Latina food, cook the coastal food, which means the food they have on the coast. Because they don't eat seafood here like that. They literally eat pinto beans, a lot of pork, a lot of beef. Like they be ordering the most. They'll order a steak with some fries, and that's it. No salad, no nothing.
Nothing.
So you gotta just tell them like, hey, baby, listen, no more Pfizer food. They're gonna get mad, but you be like, yo, cook the coastal food, please. They'll get it.
You know what though? It's crazy you said that because in my previous trip to Cartagena, my first trip ever to Cartagena, I had told Danger, shout out to Danger the hooker. I told Danger, I was like, yo, the food here is awful. So I had like KFC and pizza. He said, yo, my mom's cooks. I'll bring you to the hood. That's when I hung in the hood the whole day. His mom's, like you said, the Afro Latina. His mom's laid it down. That's where I was with a whole block. Everybody was black. You know what I'm saying? And his mom's laid it down, made some fish, platanos, salad, all that. And that was the best food I had in Colombia, was at his mother's house. You know what I'm saying? And just like you said, the Afro Latino. So I told her, Bob Jack, shout to you. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate that super chat. 2 of the realest dudes on YouTube. I don't know. A might be the realest. I'm just but Westside TMZ was good. So for me, the food thing, I stressed that before you got on. Let's get into something I said early in the show, which I always say. And you said about the money, so I put that part in there. People go on and on. We haven't had this debate, but I've had this debate in your group, in the Black Men Travels group all the time, about the most beautiful women, the most beautiful women. I want your feelings on beauty when it comes to Colombia versus DR. And I know you really can't compare the two, but I want your personal feelings on that. Because guys, Christopher Columbus, Colombia, and they said, "There's the most beautiful woman in the world." Oh my God! Oh, and I go, "Where'd you see beauty at before? That you only say it's in Colombia." So, what are your feelings on that, A?
Man, I tell brothers all the time, do not slip on the DR, man. They got some beautiful, beautiful women on that island, bro. I'm talking about just dropping heads. In Colombia, they're very pretty. They get a lot of work done here, especially in Medellin. A lot of rubber, man. You'll be motorboating a female, and you'll give a black eye because they so hard, bro. them rubber tits, bro. You be you poke them out, hard as a brick, bro. So,
my God,
I'm gonna say it's so many beautiful Colombian women here, though, bro. I mean,
definitely is.
Yeah, Afro Latinas, the mulattoes. I mean, the bright light whites. They're very, very beautiful here. So it's hard to compare because it's beautiful. It's like I'm trying to figure out it's like the difference between a BMW or a Mercedes Benz is really your preference. But to me,
thank you.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. Since Dominicans got a little bit more of that Afro in them, I gotta go with the D. If I had to pick a pick, I gotta go with the DR. As far as
he living in Colombia right now.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah.
At least, A. I know you're never gonna be biased. That's why I always ask you to rock with me.
I'm gonna keep it real. Now
we living in Colombia right now.
Cali, Colombia, beautiful women. I mean,
oh my God, I met the one who was on the video with Zoe.
Zoe.
I was in the club. I met her. I said, Where'd she steal that complexion from? I was like, that was a perfect brown complexion. She was like golden brown. So I'm looking at my man talking to her in the club, Kyle, shout out to Kyle. And I'm like, she stole that complexion. That can't be like I thought she had like a silicone complexion. It was fake. The next day we see outside, and Zoe's like, "Yeah, I did the video." So I went back and watched the video. I was like, "How did I miss this video?" She was gorgeous. I met a few beautiful chicks from Cali. Were really, really that complexion, that brown, that nice brown, that dark. Oh, it's really
speaking of complexion, the Venezuelan women. Oh man, they knocking heads off here, bro. That's really mostly who I deal with, Venezuelan women, bro.
Them Venezuelans is tight. I ain't gonna lie.
They tight, beautiful. Oh man.
Hold on, time out real quick. When I see this, I gotta shout people out. My boy Hugh Grad, my man E, two Presidentes on me, fam. Homie, I appreciate the super chat, but $5 does not cover two Presidentes. That's FYI. And that's my man. I love him. $5 does not cover two Presidentes. I gotta mess with Biggie Smalls. What up? So Itinerary Very says Colombia got DR round whoop. They have a bit more refinement. I mean, that's up to the individual. Like, really, I don't knock anybody that says Colombia is better or DR is better. What I knock people on, and hey, we've had, like I said, you've seen me say this a million times. What I knock is the dudes who say Colombia destroys DR. And I ask why. And they go, they're more beautiful. Well, where have you been, bro? I can take you to Kentucky. I can take you to Atlanta. I can take you anywhere. And I can find you beautiful women. Anywhere. Matter of fact, I can take you to the mountain, which I have taken dudes to the mountains here and show them beautiful women. No smartphone, by the way. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't tell me there's one place that got all ugly chicks. Now, also a sidebar to my homie A, because I gotta put him on blast right now. Hold on, because I mentioned him over live. So you went a shout. You said I'm always trashing the A, but the A looking bad with the homie that gave the 5 rings and all that. I said no. I used to live in the A, and I got a lot of friends in the A. Matter of fact, after that, a lot of my dudes from Atlanta came to the bar kicking it with me, and they were talking to me. And what I was saying was the A, the real Atlanta, has bad representation in DR. That's what I was trying to say. The A be looking bad in DR because some of these dudes is clowns, some of these dudes are characters, so the A be looking bad. Now my real A dudes, they was at the bar the other day because we talking about, and they agreed. They said it's bad representation. I know you from the A, you represent the A very well as far as I know when I'm around you when we talk. But it's like there are dudes in DR that give a bad representation. And then someone said they from Macon, Georgia, but I had to remind them my family from Macon, Georgia, and I was sitting next to a Macon, Georgia mofo at that time. And he said,
Macon, Georgia, bro. I ain't know you had family in Macon, Georgia. Yeah, I got family close to Macon, Georgia, like maybe 30 minutes away from there.
Well, that's where my original clan is from. My grandparents, Macon, Georgia, and my man is actually from Macon, living in Philly now, but you lived in Macon for damn near his whole life. And we always talk. We said when people say Macon, they rep Macon. They don't rep Atlanta because Macon is Macon, and they're too far anywhere. But a lot of dudes be like, them dudes, like a lot of my Atlanta dudes be like, them dudes ain't from Atlanta. They from this part, that part. You know, they're Marietta and all that. There's so many cats that's not really from Atlanta, bro. I know. They just use it for the clout.
They use it for the clout. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not really from. I'm actually from Atlanta, the actual city. Like
exactly.
My grandparents' house was maybe 10 minutes from downtown. You know what I'm saying? We was right in the mix.
So let's end that. I do not hate Atlanta. Well, maybe I hate Bo Rakes. That's the only person I hate.
Shout out to Bo Rakes.
Shout out to Bo Rakes. But no, I don't hate Atlanta. It was just I had to tell dudes that Atlanta was not being rep properly. Shout out to my homie King
real talk, bro. You know, Atlanta dudes even move different from dudes in the metro area too.
Yeah,
like, I don't sound like I'm from the country. You know what I'm saying? So, but you 100%. Might get some guys in Griffin or some guys in even Morrow, Georgia, or something that just have a different swag to them than actually city Atlanta dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like Atlanta. To us, it's like any major city. It just moves fast.
Atlanta's a city.
Yeah, we talk fast. We move fast. Beautiful women everywhere. You know, we hustling. A lot of Atlanta cats don't even really have jobs. We just know about the hustle. So, yeah.
There you go, Travis. Decatur, where's where I got people's in Decatur.
Shout out to Decatur, man. That's my second home too. I grew up in Decatur too, bro. Shout out to the East Side, bro.
So look, let's get back to this. We got sidetracked, but I had to let you know I got nothing but love for Atlanta. So now we talked about the women. You gave my greatest point where I talk about the plastic and all that. For me, I'm still gonna go to Colombia. You're still gonna see me in Colombia. I'm gonna bump into you in Medellin. I'm gonna go to Cartagena. I'm still gonna hang out. Because we spreading the brand, and like you got your brand everywhere, we're spreading the brand everywhere. But also, I enjoy getting out of DR sometimes, just a break. But when I told everybody, I said by my 5th day in Colombia, I was ready to come back home. I was like, I gotta get home. I was missing home. I was just missing DR. But I have a good time no matter where I go. And I tell guys, so one guy hit me one day, and I think you're in that group. And he was like, yeah, you Esteban said Medellin is a bigger, better Santiago. He was like, yo, you went this amount of days, you ain't smashing no chicks like that. I was like, fam, first off, I don't travel for women. I travel for me. The women are an extra, you know what I'm saying, extra part of the trip if I happen to do that. But I do talk to the women. I do be around the women. And for the most part, and you tell me if I'm wrong, the vibe I got from most of them, and I've kind of been co-signed by this, they didn't really like that I spoke Spanish. They like to talk around you and over you. One chick actually told me, I think it was my first trip. She said, you guys don't speak Spanish. So like it's not normal that you come here speaking Spanish. And then, of course, my Spanish is more Dominican slang. So a lot of the stuff I had to fix and go back to my high school days and speak correct Spanish. Sorry, my Dominican people, but Dominican Spanish is kind of street. A lot of slang. So,
very much so.
A lot of times I had to, a lot of words are made up. So I had to say certain words and remember the real word. It was funny because ketchup is not an actual word for ketchup. It's salsa de tomato. So in DR, they said ketchup with the oop. And you're used to it. Someone actually corrected me on a live like 2 years ago about that. But I was so used to saying ketchup. Okay. But you go to Colombia and you say ketchup, they go, huh? What are you trying to? The one girl in that it was it's like a Hooters type sports bar vibe down by all the banks. I forgot the name of that spot. They had a good happy hour. She sat there and told me to my face, it sounds like Spanish, but it's not Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, okay. She said, it sounds like you're speaking Spanish, but that ain't Spanish. Because I was speaking what I know, and she didn't understand none of those words. You know what I'm saying? I'll give a case in point. A bag is funda. There's no such word as funda in the Spanish language. It's bolsa. So you got to literally know that you're not saying a real word. You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
Also, I mean, I enjoyed the people in both, but I'm a people person, so I kind of get along with people. You know what I'm saying? I will say that crime, and you tell me if I'm wrong, I believe crime and crimes are more committed against tourists more so in Colombia than DR. Some people agree, some people don't. But I will say it makes the news more in Colombia, like unfortunately it did today. And the groups about the guys getting robbed and drugged and all that, we've seen it many a times. Than it does so in DR, where DR, and I'll let you debate this when I say this, DR is a chick upcharged me. A chick called the cop, and they made me pay this. How do you feel about that, Ed?
You know what? I was just about to mention that. I was just about to mention the crime, the difference in the crime. Yeah, man, you got to be, to me, I've been told this several times by dudes. They'll tell you in a heartbeat that Colombia is more dangerous than DR. I'm just going to keep it real with you.
It's real.
Yeah, it's real. It's real deal.
Carry yourself, in quotations, fine print. If you carry yourself properly anywhere in the world, you'll be okay.
Exactly. Like, I'm not sure because I never wore jury in the DR, but I've seen a couple of guys wear jury in the DR, right? And wearing a sword, had a jury on.
Yeah.
In Colombia, it's a large chance that you could possibly get robbed, set up, drugged. I'm just keeping it real with you guys. You know, in Colombia, you want to be low key as possible, man.
Yep.
You got some pint-sized killers out here that will very serious out here, bro. You know, anywhere you got poverty and beautiful women, it almost goes hand in hand, bro. Unfortunately, so yeah, the crime is, is something to pay attention to here in Colombia, man. I even feel, I feel safe in this area that I'm in, but I walk around Sosua all night, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've been in particular situations in Sosua as well, but here in Colombia, I'm like, okay, I think I'm gonna take a taxi home tonight. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let you get back to that. I'm gonna step in real quick. So you know the TV show Narcos, right? So there's a part in Narcos Mexico where the big drug lord goes to see the Cali cartel, and then he's kidnapped by Escobar. There's actually a book about this, so it's actually a true story. And he kidnaps Escobar, and he says, "Why didn't you come to me?" And he said, "Well, I was told they're the business guys, you're the emotional guy." He said, "Yeah, well, emotions make money." And he tells him this. Now, the Mexican dude is the big time the head of the Mexican, the biggest cartel of all time in Mexico. It ended up falling apart, but he was that guy. And Escobar tells him to his face, "I don't like dirty Mexicans. I think you all smell like dirty tacos, but you're going to move my drugs. And if you lose some drugs, you're going to lose theirs first. Get on the plane." Now he's talking to the head of the Mexican cartel, which was 5 cartels in one. And this Colombian man, another drug lord himself, talked down and disrespectful to a Mexican narco. The Colombian attitude of Colombians that I know personally is F you. It's a different atmosphere. Like I said, Dominicans that are born and raised in DR are not that violent. They're more homegrown, more close to the mom. It's about family, they're not about that. Colombians I know from Colombia, lived in New York, hung out with them, all that. They will bust you upside your head. Like you said, many gangsters. They will bust you upside your head and not think twice about it. Some of you guys only met Colombians when you went to Colombia. I grew up with some friends of mine that real talk would tell me stories, or I'd be at family gatherings and they uncles will bust somebody upside the head at a party. It is what it is, and they go back to turn the music back up. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different vibe, and people don't realize it. I tell guys, Colombians ain't playing. You can't get away with the effery in Colombia that you get away with in DR. You can't be doing this in the club, having ice on in Colombia. Like I'm telling you can't. Listen, I'm one of the baddest mofos I know. Pat myself on the back. I'm one of the baddest mofos I know, and I'm not going to do that. Oh, Southside Flip ain't going to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's respectful. He in someone else's country. You got to be respectful. But Colombia, what about the dudes? The whole hotel got robbed. I ended up knowing one of the dudes. And the crazy part about that, like I didn't get into it because everybody saw the story. One of the crazy parts about that was they went room to room. Only the three guys that didn't get robbed because they weren't there. They was in they was at Blue Door. We call it Blue Door. They didn't get robbed because they wasn't there. They tied up the entire staff and everyone staying there. I ain't never heard about that in DR. A whole hotel getting robbed. Yeah, some rooms robbed, not a whole hotel. They robbed the whole hotel.
Yeah, I just talked to him last week. I just talked to him last week. That's kind of like the new garden of Colombia, as a matter of fact. So yeah, I just talked to him, man, and the stories I be hearing, like from the locals or even my homeboys about them tying people up, drugging people, torturing them. It's like it goes down out here. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't heard that happening in DR.
No, like that. It's not. No one's gonna see. The thing is, the wild part is
I'm just keeping it 100, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
I'm just keeping 1,000.
That particular situation, that wasn't a planned heist. That was, we saw somebody flashing money on WhatsApp, and we ran up in the hotel. That wasn't a planned heist. They just said, "Oh, they got money. We gonna go get it. That's different. That ain't gonna happen here. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said I tell people everywhere. Look, I'm gonna tell you this: America's dangerous. So that we're in a whole nother topic of danger when we told that. But when you travel out of the country to another country that speaks another language, you have to carry yourself properly. You have to make sure you are not overstepping your boundaries, acting like a fool, wearing too much jewelry, acting stupid, throwing money in the air because people are watching. I told guys, I just showed you. When I pull this little knot out right here, people are watching. When I go, look, I was just in La Serena, did some food shopping. I went like this. I went Charvis. Charvis is 6'6", 360 pounds. He's standing right next to me. He like my bodyguard. And I'm like this. I pull out the money. I start counting how much I got to pay. I'm doing this. And like 7 people are looking at me. And I go, and I'm in La Serena. I'm in the flashing light, security guards everywhere, military in the corner. And they're like, oh, that's a lot of money over there. People are watching. Not saying they're going to run and rob me, but they're looking like, oh, he's got a lot of cash on him. And I was the biggest dude in La Serena. Like, Travis is bigger than everybody that was in the store right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they just looking. Now, when I went to the car, if someone saw an opportunity, they may have tried. You feel me? That's the difference in DR. In Colombia, if I pull that knot out, I can guarantee you, I pull that knot out, I lost it. I pull that knot out and I start doing this, flipping bills, someone's going to say, he's got money. And they're going to run up on me. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. But you got to carry yourself properly in every country, no matter where you go.
Exactly, bro. I'll give you a prime example. I was at the ATM one day with my girlfriend, and she was wondering, like, you know, why I went to the ATM, I walked through the store, I hopped in the taxi. She's like, why you hopping in the taxi when your apartment is across the street? And I'm like, yo, people be watching. And she was like, you know what? You're right. She was like, you know what? You're right. I was just going to tell you to take a taxi, but you already knew. I was wondering how you knew already. I was like, yeah, I know you putting out people's monthly income, bro, out of ATM machines. They looking at you like, yo, he just pulled out. Dog, my girl don't make like what I pay in rent, which is like $600 a month. She don't make that in almost a month and a half, working 6 days out the week.
Exactly.
So when I put money at the ATM, you know, people be looking like, damn, who's this? Oh, he American? Oh, okay. And then I walk, you know, like I said, I walk through the whole grocery store, do a little grocery shopping, and then I leave and I hop right in the taxi and we go right to the apartment and we fly right in the apartment. And my apartment has armed security at the bottom of the building with a shotgun every day. You know what I'm saying? So that lets you know the environment, because I'm in a traditional Colombia. I'm in Poblado, but I'm in like a traditional Colombia.
You're more towards the other side, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not like in a very touristy side. Police are here. It's a couple of hostels on the block. But for the most part, and it's a safe little environment. I mean, I love my little area, but armed security is down there for a reason. It is not down there supposed to.
Exactly.
They got the shotgun out and they walking around the building because these guys, dog, it'd be 80 degrees, but they have a big old trench coat on, walking up. You know what I'm saying? You already know what you're doing with a trench coat on, a bubble coat on, in 80-degree weather. You know, so I keep it moving, bro. I mean, I really keep it walking. I'm not saying it's super dangerous out here, but do not under any circumstances.
It's not a game. It's not a game.
Do not bring one attention, because everybody is nice, right? So that's what's going to throw a lot of people off. I was partying with a white guy one day from Minneapolis. He was a rich little white guy, and he was on coked up, and I didn't know him. We just ran into each other a few times.
That's the next topic.
Yeah, we was in a little strip club, one of my favorite strip clubs called Fossados, by the way.
I love Fossados.
And he was like, I was telling him, like, I think I said, slow down or watch your money. He pulling out a bunch of money. I was like, who's outside? I'm like, hey, bro, put your money out. He's like, oh, man, Aaron, it's no big deal, man. These people are so nice out here. We don't got no issues out here. In my head, I'm just like, bro, you just don't know. I'm like, they love white people here because they will rob. Dude, it was a Frenchman out here that was getting extorted for his cell phone. I'm like, how you get extorted for a cell phone? He was literally paying ransom for a cell phone, bro. This type of stuff that be going on out here, man. I'm just keeping it 1,000.
Now, I'm glad you brought that up. Shout out to my man Abdullah. Shout out to Abdullah. I'm glad you brought that up. So I was hoping my other guests would come on, but they're not here. So it's just me and you. We're gonna rock out, eh?
Mm-hmm.
The drug culture.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my biggest knocks. And let me get into this with a clear understanding of this is a personal.
Let me put my knuckle shades on now. Hold on. You
get your knuckle shades on.
Hold on. Let me get my
I wish I had an 80s Kango on right now. So, this is a personal thing. Like I said, other guys don't mind it. But let me give you different cultures. Mm-hmm. In Colombia, they call it Tussie, which is ketamine. People call it pink cocaine. It's actually ketamine or special K. Mm-hmm. Using cocaine, using Molly, using heroin is almost like using cigarettes in America. Can you attest to that? Am I right on that?
Yeah, a lot of females like the Tootsie, man.
Well,
Tootsie's pretty big.
Yes or no, because I'm explaining how I have to respect the culture. Mm-hmm. In their culture, ketamine is horse tranquilizer. Yes, special K. In their culture, drugs are normal. In our culture, you're a crackhead. You're addicted to drugs. Now, I gotta respect the culture because I always go back to that HBO show. I'm gonna say it again. I always say it. How to respect people's cultures. I always go back to that show where the brother went back to Iraq after they brought down Saddam, and he was with his friends and family. Muslim men hold hands and show affection because homosexuality doesn't exist in their minds. Mm-hmm. He was holding hands and they were all walking down the block, skipping, happy as fuck. And he said, do you know in America, we be called gay? And they all said, what? What are you talking about? How can we possibly be gay? You're my brother and I love you. Because their mind, their culture does not fathom homosexuality. It's against the law. Mm-hmm. They're all homosexuals. We know that. But to them, holding hands, kissing my brother on the cheek, hugging my brother cannot even be seen close to homosexuality because it doesn't exist in the culture. Mm-hmm. So as Americans, we normalized it and talked about if you do this, you do that, blah, blah, blah. In their culture, they're literally holding hands down the block because I love you, my brother. That's what they do. So I got to respect cultures. In Colombia, the drug culture is a normal thing. Mm-hmm. I grew up a different way. I was in the trap house. For those guys who grew up in the 80s and 90s, I've seen the bad Stephanie and Tiffany, the baddest chick on the block, turn into the low down dirty crackhead. Mm-hmm. It's personal for me because I can't accept a woman that does drugs. I don't like a woman that smokes cigarettes.
Me either.
I'm that petty.
Me either, yeah.
Because drugs for me is a complete turnoff. And Abdul, I'm gonna get to that comment. That's a dope comment you just made. A woman who and thank you, Abdul, for joining us. A woman who does drugs is a complete turnoff. Now I know other dudes who say, "Oh, it don't matter. Oh, it don't matter," and I respect that. You didn't grow up how I grew up. I watched the baddest chicks in the neighborhood become the low down dirty crackhead you wouldn't even talk to. Mm-hmm. And I've seen some of these women in their photos be the baddest chick on the block, and when I see him in person, be the low down dirty crackhead I wouldn't talk to. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's personal, and I know a lot of guys don't see it my way because they weren't raised the way I was raised. They didn't do things I did. So for me, it's personal with the drug culture. I don't like women who do drugs. I just don't. Like I said, if a woman smokes cigarettes, mommy, we might be talking. We brush your teeth. We may knock it down, but I don't want to talk to you because I don't like cigarettes. I used to smoke cigarettes. I don't like them. So for me, that's me. Now, how do you feel? Real quick, Abdullah made a great comment. He made a couple great comments. Ketamine is horse tranquilizer. For context, thank you. And he goes, Tussie's prevalent smoking weed. Exactly. Tussie's super normal. I would give my Tussie story, but I don't want to get banned. Some women in Medellin can't fathom not getting something in exchange for sex. Facts. Now, how do you feel, when it comes to that type of culture of what I'm talking about in Colombia? How does that affect you, and how do you feel about that?
Yeah, man. the drugs, you know, like it's a lot of drugs out here. I remember being at a party one time, and it was me and a little lady friend of mine, and everybody, you know, broke out the Tootsie and the cocaine. And, you know, we looked at each other, we was like, oh, wow, you know, and we just kind of sat back. We ended up, because we all had like a big little thinker style spot. So me and her just went back to the room, you know, because all I do is drink. I don't even smoke. So
I'm a drinker.
Yeah. So I totally understand that, man. I don't mess with any girls that do Tootsie. I don't advise brothers to. I mean, but it's big. I mean, Tootsie is everywhere out here, bro.
Huge. It's huge.
Like they will pull out a powder. I was in Foster Dolls one day, as a matter of fact, and a chick I was, you know, talking to, she was like, she pulled out she showed me a picture of a big old Ziploc bag of Tootsie, and she was like, yeah, we'll come to your home. We'll all, you know, snort the Tootsie stuff, and we'll wild out. And I'm like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Not judging anybody. You know,
exactly. I don't judge. It's personal.
And I don't know. And I would say I don't know no guy who do Tootsie, but I did know a situation where we had a party one night, and I noticed some guys, they were bleeding in the nose, and I was wondering, I'm like, why they nose bleeding? And then my homeboy was just like, yeah, they were snorting Tootsie all night. I'm just like, damn. So, yeah, man.
Just to give context on what Abdul, shout to Abdullah. I appreciate you being here, brother. That's my dude right there. Shout to Abdullah. When he said horse tranquilizer, ketamine or Special K in America is the stuff where you've seen videos of people eating other people's faces. It's the same drug. Might be a little different in Colombia, but ketamine is ketamine. It might be cut a little different, but that's what we've seen in America, where you've seen a dude eat somebody's face, or one dude ate their child. That's off of ketamine, aka Special K. Damn, just so you know. Yeah, that Tootsie is special. Tootsie is ketamine. Once I found that out, I was like, whoa. I had a chick doing this, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta go. Because it bothers me. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, the worst part about it is some of them are so beautiful. And to see them, now, like I said, it's a normal thing in Colombia, so I'm not gonna knock it. But to see such a beautiful woman,
and it's legal, by the way,
tweaking and looking a little crazy, it's like, oh, mom, you don't even know what you're doing to yourself. You look so good. You shouldn't be. Now, to tell you how big Tootsie is, they got stickers. You know the stickers, the meme stickers that we put on WhatsApp. And if you go to a Colombian chick WhatsApp, they'll show you the party from the finca. And I don't know if you've seen this, but I've seen a lot of chicks I know from Colombia. The party at the finca, especially the 2 a.m., 5 a.m. parties, a table full of drugs, everything, not just one drug, everything. And they'll have little Tootsie spoons in their stickers. And the sticker would be Tootsie spoons because it's such a big thing. And we're not talking about just, from what I've met, we're not talking about just regular hood chicks. I met a doctor. I met a chick who just graduated nursing school that day using that. So for me, that's my only, one of my pet peeves and my knocks on Colombia is the drug culture. But I said it's personal because other guys don't care about it. A lot of guys really don't care. Then there's some guys, like you said, that use the ketamine with them, use the cocaine with them, use the molly with them. Some guys that do that. That's cool. No knock on you. I don't knock it. I was never the one to do drugs. For me, it's a personal. I was talking to my guys when I was in Cartagena. It's personal. No, Abdullah, some Tootsie does hit like zombie, but it depends where you're at. It depends where you're at, Abdullah. Like I said, it's different. In America, you get more zombied out with Tootsie. It might be a different cut or a blend in Colombia because I ain't seen too many zombied out. But I was in was it Fase Dos? Fase Dos is the strip club. The only one floor, right?
Yep.
Okay, LYFE is the double floor thing. Okay, so all right, story about Fase Dos. Exactly, Abdullah. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you, read that what Abdullah said so you guys don't think I'm lying. And I got friends that do these parties. Fase Dos. My first time at Fase Dos. All right, I'm in Medellin, Colombia for less than 24 hours. All right. I get in Fase Dos now. I'm with my homie Black. Black is a cop from Chicago. So I'm with my homie Black. We hanging out. He bring me, show me. I said, show me the ins and outs and ins. Whatever happens, happens. I just want to see some stuff. Everybody talking about Colombia. Everybody talking about Colombia. Bro, I'm in Fase Dos. Okay? Now, in Fase Dos, every time the girls dance on the stage, they come by, put their hand out. I'm laughing because I'm talking to Black. So by the fifth chick that walks up and does this, I got my back to the stage. I'm talking, me and Black are just having a conversation about life, about being in Colombia, what we about to do. So the fifth girl that walks up, I take the money out of her hand. She goes, tip, and I take the money and I put it in my hand. I start talking to Black. So I'm joking, obviously. Bro, do you know the entire Fase Dos stopped? Nobody knew what to do. The bartender was like, security was like, the girl goes, I'm joking. I'm taking the money. Thank you for the tip. Thank you. And I cut off and I started talking to Black again. So as I noticed, everybody's just staring at me like, what the hell just happened? I say, I'm playing, baby. Go ahead. Give the money back. But then 10 minutes later, I order another drink. And I look around. Like I said, I observe everything. And mind you, Black's a cop. Yo, is everybody in here high? Everybody? He starts cracking up. The bartender was high. The bouncer was high. Every single girl was high. Every dude was high. We were the only Americans in at that moment. Everybody. Now, I noticed this because where I'm from. And he starts dying. He goes, I was wondering how long it'll take you to notice that. I'm like, yo, everyone, because the bartender gave me my drink. And I was like, damn, even the bartender's high? Like everybody was high. They was zooted out their mind. And I'm like, me and him are the only sober from drugs, but we was definitely drinking. We were the only sober ones. And I'm like, holy crap. What the heck? And he's like, it's normal. That's my first trip ever. And I know about the culture, but I ain't know just being somewhere, everybody was going to be hot. And so that was weird to me because I've been in a trap house. I've been there. I've been on the block. You know who's high, who's not. You know who's lying about getting high and they getting high. You know what it is. And it's like, oh, man, everybody and everywhere we went. But, that was my story on that one. I don't mind it, but it's a personal choice for me. I don't like women that do drugs. I'm just turn off. It's just something that I'm not with. You know what I'm saying?
Same here, bro. Same here, bro. But shout out to Fase Dos, man.
Fase Dos is dope, though.
I've had some wild nights in Fase Dos, bro. So them women are on something. They own something. But
hey, yeah. La Isla was the after hour spot when I was there. Was that the spot, the party bus too? I know you didn't go. I know you wasn't there, but me and a couple guys went. Let me tell you something. La Isla was dope and cracking.
You know what, man? I'm not a big fan of La Isla. But
they had some. Well, that was after hours though. They had some nasty chicks. One chick had a slit in the middle of her titty.
Really?
Like they just shoved it in her titty with the boob job. I was like, oh my God, get out of here. Oh no, I'm not anti-weed. But weed to me is a normal herbal. I'm anti everything else. Weed, I can't knock. I used to smoke weed. I can't knock it. I got friends that smoke weed. Weed is a herbal. And I don't say that to say, weed is better than anything, but weed is normal. Weed, it's a plant. You break it up, you smoke it.
I gotta be honest with y'all here about the weed in Colombia too, man. I was told by only one, maybe two of the locals, a couple of females, they were like, they put chemicals in the weed here. And if you wonder,
it's supposed to be the best weed in the world.
Huh?
Crippy is supposed to be the best weed in the world.
Talking about here in Colombia?
Crippy, yeah, that Crippy. That Crippy kush, they call it.
Well, in my former day, I was, a grower basically, right? And I can tell you right now, weed that looks brown should not get you super high like that. You know what I'm saying? Weed that looks a certain way with no
there's smell. Too much going on. That's why too much going on with weed now.
That's what I'm saying. Like it shouldn't get you stone high and you can't even smell it. They don't even have a smell to it. I used to grow, so I'm pretty good with the, knowing about the marijuana and stuff. So I want you guys to be mindful. A lot of cats smoke out here though, but you might want to make sure you know who you're getting it from, because it is a good grade out here. I don't smoke any longer, but I've seen some good grades out here. So you want to be mindful of that as well.
I will say this. I was offered weed one time in Colombia. Thank you, but no. No gracias. And I was tempted because it smelled hella good. But I was like, I just saw her do stuff in her nose. You know what, baby? Thank you. Appreciate you. You want to do one of stuff that's like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's one of my biggest knocks at the drug coach. I was hoping my other homies get on here tonight. But is there anything else you got to say as far as DR versus Colombia? What would you give to say DR versus Colombia? How do you vibe with that?
You know what? It's very difficult for me, man, to put it as a versus, because I love both countries. I love DR, I love Colombia, I love Brazil. And honestly speaking, I really don't have a favorite, to be honest with you. I love living in Colombia. I mean, I do love it in Colombia.
Okay.
It's very peaceful, very laid back. The weather is perfect. Non-GMO food is very reasonable here in Colombia. And it has not been Americanized as much as I feel some of the DR has. You know what I'm saying? You're still in a very traditional Latin culture. It's very romantic, romance really matters. So in my opinion, this is just my opinion, Flip. You do have a chance of having a genuine relationship here, more so than you probably would in the DR, because the DR has been Americanized. A lot of people from New York come out there, tell them the game. In Colombia, man, it is real. These women, if they don't like you, you would know it pretty fast. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna play with you. They got attitudes and everything out here. So romance is just a big culture, open affection. I'm not sure, is that in DR too? But you got to kiss your girl in public. You got to hold her hand everywhere. You got to hug and kiss. You got to salsa. You got to hold your girl hand. So that's the two things I do love about South American culture in general, man. But I love them both, man. I'm gonna be in DR probably next week. So I just love skipping.
And I told you we're already working on another party down in Colombia. So I'm not gonna knock it. DR is home. I can't help myself. And I give you props on that, Glenn. What up? Appreciate you, new member. Will, what up? Abdul, like you said, DR to most Dominican Republic to most people is the tourist areas. There's so much more to DR. But
of course, yeah, that's true.
I agree with you on that. For me, it's all about. Hold on, so I had to shout somebody else real quick. King Dizo, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate that super chat. Shout out to you, Dorset. So it's like this. I can't take my personal pet peeves and my personal I don't likes and tell you all this is why you shouldn't like it. I told everybody I enjoy Colombia. I enjoy anywhere, but I enjoy Colombia. I have fun. But these are my personal dislikes. I actually met someone one night and she was amazing. But then she did something that I dislike. And I was like, I'm going to get me a hot dog. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they give me to be. So it's my personal feelings when it comes to the drug culture is probably my biggest thing. I don't like women who do drugs. And yes, Abdullah, you were talking about weed. I don't like women who smoke weed. I don't mind weed if my friends smoke it. I don't want a woman that smokes cigarettes. I don't want a woman that smoke weed. I don't want a woman that does drugs. Now, for women drinks, cool. I like to drink. I don't want a drunk chick. I don't want no chick sloppy drunk like a moto concho. I won't have that. But chick like to drink. I like to drink. I'm going out. We're going to pop bottles. We go to the club. We pop 4 or 5 bottles. We have a good time. That's what I like to do. So a woman that drinks, I'm cool with that. But the drug thing is a big turnoff. If you had to tell me right now, I had to choose between the chick that smoked cigarettes and the chick that did drugs, I'm gonna buy the chick that smokes cigarettes. Pack of cigarettes. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I'll choose her right now. But even I hate cigarettes because I smoke. I'll choose her. That's just me. Like I said, I tell everybody my personal opinion. And anybody that comes to flip flop will tell you. For all my guys that think I be hating on Colombia, they will tell you what I say. My exact words. Everyone should try Colombia once. You may like it, you may not, but you gotta try it. I tell everybody that. I don't put my opinion on people because my opinion is my opinion. I also know that guys can't go everywhere. Why are the Knicks losing to Atlanta? Guys can't go everywhere. Score. Guys can't go everywhere I be at in certain places. So it's like, I know you're not going to see what I see all the time. Some guys only see Sosua. I brought guys, tons of guys to Puerto Plata. I brought guys to Cabaret. They brought guys to the Campo, to all that. I know you're not going to see everything because some guys only do certain cities. Shout out to my man Dre. He went to Santo Domingo for the first time, had a ball. You can go to other cities and have a ball as well, not just Sosua. But Sosua is going to be home base for more people because there's more of us. You get to talk to another American, talk to somebody, European, Canadian, whatever. Talk to somebody you would never talk to before back in your home. You're going to talk. Now, I will say this too, Colombia, why do guys act so funny in Colombia? Why do guys act like that?
Who you talking about? Tourists or what? Who you talking about?
Yeah, I done said what's up to brothers in Colombia, and I had dudes be like,
you know what? I've called a little bit of that myself for some reason. You know what I'm saying? I have
like,
called a little bit of that.
Fellas, and they're like,
I've called a little bit of that.
I actually had no bullshit. My second trip, it was like 10 dudes. Now, mind you, 10 dudes walking in Colombia stands out. We know that. Not like DR. DR, 10 dudes walking around ain't nothing. 10 dudes walking in Colombia stands out. So they was walking down the block. I just came out the crib. So I'm actually about to start walking the same way. I'm like, hey, what's up, fellas? They was like,
yeah.
Who he talking to? So now me being me, you know, I start walking a little bit faster. Like, I'm waiting for somebody to say something slick because my mouth is slick. One of the dudes turns around and I hear him say, yo, that's the guy on YouTube. That's that guy on YouTube. So what other dudes is like, I don't give a F who that is. And I totally respect it. He was like, I don't give a F who that is. And as I walk, the other dude goes, yo, I can't remember your name. I'm like, yeah, I'm Greg. Da, da, da. So I didn't even say flip-flop. She says, oh, I seen you somewhere. Da, da, da. I'm like, oh, cool. Yo, God, you guys have a good time because now I don't want to talk. Even though homies being cool, I don't want to talk because they was mad rude. Like in DR, if you say, what's up, fellas? No matter where in DR you at, Santo Domingo, Boca Chica, Santiago, anywhere, everybody going to say, black or white, what's up? Because it's more of a camaraderie. And I had other people say the same thing where over there you go, Abdul, that mean mug thing be bugging me out. We are in another country. And I'm not going to say it's us against them, but it's us against them. We need to stick together. Black, white. If you're not Colombian or half Colombian, you need to stick together with whoever you see. I hang with white people, black people, all in Colombia. White people, black people, all in DR. I am not Dominican. I am not Colombian. When I travel, you traveling Dola, I have my people all the time, but we need to sit together. There should be no mean muggers. Keep that for the Matrix, as we say. Keep that for the hometown. But like I said, DR for me is great because we're talking to guys we've never talked to. Now, shout to everybody. I travel shortcuts. All the guys I ran into in Colombia, you pulled up because everybody goes, love. Hey, Greg, what up? It's love. I had one guy call there. He go, what are you doing here? I was like, I can't travel. I got a passport, bro. I want to travel. One guy ran up on, matter of fact, in Sweet Georgia Cafe. Shout out to the homie. He was talking to my man, and I'm sitting trying to get my phone connected, and I hear him go, is that flip-flop? And my man said, yeah, that's him. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? How you doing? Because, you know, I'm approachable, so that's how we talk. But it was just like people showed me love. But at the same time, I've seen in Colombia where dudes would be like, who the hell you talking to? And in my mind, I'm like, DR would never be that way. DR is always dudes. Yo, what's up? You can involve yourself in someone else's conversation right there at the bar. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why that is, the mean mug and all that, but y'all got to cut that out, especially in Colombia where you definitely outnumbered and you want to make sure you have help. You know what I'm saying? So,
sure.
Hey, is there any last words you want to give, whether it be about Black Men Travels, about your movement, what you got going on, Manny, or DR versus Colombia. This is the final thoughts. The floor is yours, my man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you for bringing me on to the show, brother. Great show once again. You got to do this again sometime. If you have subscribe to my channel, Black Man Travels. It's more like an informational based channel where I can teach guys how to move around Colombia. Just more of an informational channel basically. And I have a private Facebook group called Black Man Travels as well. Yes. You can look up on Facebook, man. We constantly popping good information. Flip is in the group. We go back and forth having a good time, man.
Definitely support.
So yeah, that's pretty much it, bro. That's it, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. It's nothing but love all the time. Shout out to Black Man Travels. Happy birthday again to the homie K. Just had his birthday pass just the other day. Shout out to him. Shout out to Cardell. Even Cardell was in Sasua and I didn't see him, but shout out to Cardell. That's the homie.
Oh yeah, that's what's up, man.
Definitely appreciate you, A. And I'm waiting on my shirt because you got a Paradise Life shirt, A.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you, bro.
Shirt, bro.
You know I got you. I got you too, as a matter of fact.
Hey, thank you very much for coming through tonight. You always there when I call on you. Much appreciated. Real Peace, talk,
bro.
Thank you very much, brother.
Salute, bro.
So, guys, let me get into my joint. As you know, the flip side. My final comments to you. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Don't be too desperate that you lose your pride, you lose your dignity. Okay? I am from Southside, and I will tell you this. 50, I always say 50 because he's from my hood. Like, we grew up a couple blocks away from each other. And I do know him. We grew up, we got mutual friends and all that. If you go on my Instagram, he got a picture with my son. He ran up on my son and he said, "I know your daddy," and it is what it is. And he has a line that says, "I'll swallow my blood before I swallow my pride." He didn't invent that line. That's from Sufton and Linden. Everybody always says, "I swallow my blood before I swallow my pride." We're all prideful in my hood. So when desperate times call for desperate measures, use my 3 R's. Relax, regroup, replan. And I should call it the 4 R's. Re-execute. I've seen a lot of desperation from a lot of people that don't understand that sometimes when we make mistakes, the best way to fix those mistakes is by not making more mistakes on top of it, but stepping back, pushing that mistake to the side or acknowledging that mistake, and then moving on to a better opportunity and better action, or being proactive, not reactive. I know I might be losing some of you guys right now what I'm talking about. But just remember, don't fold under pressure. Don't ever give up. And don't ever say something you can't do. I'm going to start, I've been doing relationship advice because I know how to deal with relationships. I give great advice. I suck at relationships, but I give great advice. Do as I say, not as I do. Business advice, I'll do that. But I do great business too. But I made a comment on Sunday, which is what all this boils down to. When I go, who were you before YouTube? And I want to bring that comment back. And I'm not just talking now to YouTubers. I'm talking to you, the viewer. Who were you before YouTube? How was your life before you were influenced by the influencers? I think sometimes we all need to ask that question. And sometimes you have to step back and really realize, what did I do before YouTube, before this social media explosion? Black Morpheus, I do not agree with that. Dominicans love black people. There's actually a comment. I can play a voice note for you about Colombia the other day, what they said about black people, but I don't do that. I have not been to Brazil yet. We're going to Brazil this year. Shout out to my guys in Brazil. I think Zoe's in Brazil right now. And I'm answering some questions here while I'm talking at the flip side. But the reality is this. You are the same person from the day you turned 7 or 8 years old. Well, to be scientific, from 7 to 11 years old, you're the same person you are right now. Go look it up. It's up to you to become a better person or a worse person. And a lot of people choose to become a worse person. I can tell you right now, I am a much better person than I ever was. And everything I went through and all of my failures, all of my defects, all of my flaws, I wouldn't change them for one thing, because it made me who I am today. It's got me living in paradise. It's got me on this beautiful island. I live on an island and I can't swim. I can't say it no better than that. Don't let your past affect your future. Don't let your flaws affect your progress. Guys, I have nothing but love for you. I appreciate every single one of you. I thank you all. And Abdullah says stay away from Colombia. Shout out to Abdul. But I really, the guys who came to me in the past 2 weeks and was like, man, I love you and I'm proud of you. It made me feel a certain way, because some people who were there before you guys knew me on YouTube saw me grinding, saw me doing these events and parties that I've been doing for all these years. Paradise Life was always here. It just wasn't on social media. It had a small Facebook group. That's all we had. And it wasn't what it is now. But Paradise Life was there. The brand was there. Everything I've done was there. I don't need a cosign. I don't need nobody backing me up. I don't need a super team of YouTubers or super team of businessmen that think they know everything. I've been doing this all by myself. And it works. And the guys who I have as my team right now, they believe in me. We believe in each other. And it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So if you're going to take advice from somebody about how to live life, how to enjoy life, how to live in another country, how to enjoy another country, make sure you take it from somebody that knows what they're doing, knows what they're talking about. That's all I got to say. Mr. Flip Flop, I love all you guys from A to B. A to B, not A to B, A to Z. Sorry. Appreciate every single one of you. Hit that like button, share, subscribe. We're almost at 10,000, and I got some dope giveaways at 10,000. Thank you very much for joining me tonight on Wednesday Night Raw. Stay tuned for the next video. I think I'll be doing the insurance video next, or I might have a surprise for you guys, a real big surprise, a dope surprise. You know I'm full of surprises, man. A real dope surprise, and then Sunday service. Appreciate every single one of you from the bottom of my heart. For the guys that come through and support, that don't support the channel, whatever the case may be. Appreciate every one of you. Mr. Flip Flop,